she's living the dream. Crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, break crafting smiles the handmade way. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream. Crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, crafting smiles the handmade way. In a cozy corner of the twitchy scene lives a yarny legend crochet queen. Hooks in hand with flair so keen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream. Crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Granny squares and textured waves, she's turning yarn into handmade face. With every stitch, she sets the tone, a crafty vibe all of her own. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream. Crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, break crafting smiles the handmade way. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream. Crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble queen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. So drop that follow, join the scene. Hang with the kindest wobble queen. Break crochet, crafting smiles the handmade way. In a cozy corner of the twitchy scene lives a yarny legend crochet queen. Hooks in hand with flair so keen. Break crochet, the wobble queen. She's stitching joy in every row, with colors bright and yarny glow. From loop to loop, she's living the dream. Crafting magic, soft and serene. Break crochet, the wobble.
Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing? Linda got first. Hi, Ann Rita. How are you doing? Thank you for the check-in. And thank you for the check-in, Linda. Hey, Panther, how are you doing? Biscuit, don't start. don't start this as a blanket and you can't play with it. So all of you know, well, most of you that have been here knows what this blanket is. So, I don't know if that person would be watching today. They don't normally watch me, but, that's why I really haven't been making this online, but on stream. But I've got to get quite a bit of it done, and I've only got a few days to get there. So, yeah, I'm gonna change it full screen. Ooh, that's a mess back there. Y'all can't see that. But anyway, so I am using loops and threads. Um, it's white. The other one was a mustard. They call it, I don't think they called it a, um, I don't think they called it a, well, mine's, I didn't know it looked that bad, but this room is going to be cleaned over totally in the next week or so. So we're, KK was here today. And I wasn't going to force her. We have the extra bedroom is in this room. So I wasn't going to, make her get up any earlier than she wanted to get up. So I didn't force her up or anything like that. I will say this is, this blanket, I have a tentative pattern for it, but, it's not a permanent pattern yet. So once I make this and then I post everything on, Instagram after the person gets it and everything like that, um, I will say that, hi, unicorn. I will say this, I will write a pattern out, and if anybody ever wants to use my pattern as like a proxy or anything like that, I'm more than welcome for y'all to let you have the pattern to do whatever you want. Biscuit, this is not nice because I'm working on this. Look. But until I get how many rows I know of each one that I'm doing, um, I don't really think it's fair. So, but this, hi Crafty, how are you doing? Oh, Crafty, did you change your color of your name? Listen to me. Have you changed the color of your name? Oh my Lord, people. Oh my Lord. But anyway, like I said, hi Sally, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Um, I am using the Suzette stitch on this blanket. Biscuit, you can get up here all you want, not with the toy, because you're not gonna mess the blanket up. But until I know exactly how many rows, and when I get to the red and gray, no, the red and gray on this, I probably will be throwing out, hey, what do y'all think? Is this enough? Because I got to looking at the rows today that I have, and I think it may be a little bit too much, but I'm really kind of, I hopefully we'll get to the red and gray today. I've got quite a few more white rows to go, but with the Suzette stitch, this is kind of, I call it a mindless stitch. It's kind of like sometimes come on, get up here. You can, no. When you get up, when you do a granny square, it's kind of the same thing. You know what stitch, you know what you're doing. I know. Papa is actually downstairs. He's, him and KK are downstairs, moving a bunch of stuff around, getting rid of stuff, and hopefully, my office for work from home will be not finished today because we still have to buy a couple things. But it will be mainly finished, and that is great. You can get up here, but without the toys. He's just get down. We're not playing. I'm not playing with you today. Go lay down. So anyway, This is just a Suzette stitch, so we can just chat away, and
You give me the I'm gonna hide it we get
okay.
that connecting thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna hide that.
I prefer to take him with me.
Come here.
And Crafty said, "Hey." Yeah, Papa said, "Hey." I'd rather he just sit up there with there, but he wants to keep getting on my lap, and he can't. With which ones?
Oldest and youngest.
Jingle and
Yeah.
Kay. What are they?
They're discussing birthday stuff after Heidi texted. Jingle texted the other two last night about not doing things, take into consideration her yard, some of the construction
Okay.
stuff like that. And so Kay spilled the beans about
Good. I didn't want to be the one spilling the beans.
Yeah.
So anyway, right now I can tell y'all I probably might should have done more, but I don't know. I mean, this is on the scale of a blanket, so it might not really matter. But I did 40 rows of gold in the Suzette stitch, and then I changed over to the white. And right now and I want it to be at least 72 inches long. And this is like a prototype. So if I ever make this blanket again, I would know maybe how I'd want to do it. But right now I'm on row 77 of the white. And I want to go to 90. I think 90 would be whatever. And y'all, to be honest, I've got a twin size day bed in here, and I know I could look it up and see how long a twin size bed is. But I've just been measuring it up against that. So I know I need a little bit longer, and I want it to be between, I would say, I want it to be almost 6 feet long. That's where I'm aiming. I'm aiming for that. You're not getting up here because you've been a butt. Nope, nobody needs to see you. You and your horrible attitude. Nope. Who's streaking? Who is streaking? Oh, are you? Oh, the yarn broke. I forgot about. Well, he said he's. Stop it. Get up here if you're getting up here. Come on. Come on. No. Hi, fairy dust. I thought he was streaking. 30. Okay. So if it measures out to I don't mind the barf, just how she yanks it out. You're going downstairs. You're going downstairs. You cut my arm yesterday. Y'all, he cut my arm yesterday, and P-Pop has Band-Aids at the house, my little pony Band-Aids. I mean, the way I've got it, you can't really see. But so I had to use a My Little Pony. Come on, get up here. No. Get up here. Hi, super positive. Thank you for the check-in. How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning. I'm never going to get none of this. I said I was going to do this so I could get some of this done. And you're not. You're going to stay up there. I can tell you right now. You're staying up there. You're not coming down where you normally go. But I was like, I've got to get to the red today. No matter what, I've got to get to the red today. And I'd really rather get to the red. Well, I've got all of y'all on the phone. I got all of y'all on the phone. Then that way, here, I'm gonna let you know you're gonna. Biscuit, if your little nails mess this blanket up, I'm gonna kick your butt. Hi, good morning, zombie mama. How are you doing? You could. I don't have any ears in right now, so that probably wouldn't do good. But I mean, I could put some ears on and we could, and it wouldn't bother me none. Yesterday, after I got off stream, we did a bunch of stuff. You finished your giant Pikachu body yesterday and then realized I ran out of stuffing for it. So I'm making multicolored snakes. No, my I don't have a headset. I sort of kind of wish I know you can't because it would echo back into the stream, but I kind of wish I had just like speakers, but um cuz Biscuit jumps up and down. Oh no, I'm just saying Biscuit jumps up and down and I have a headset that Papa give me that I can just hook up into it, but when he jumps up and down, I'm just afraid he's going to get caught in the little wires and stuff cuz he's not much smarter than his mother. We kinda don't I mean, I'm smart, and I think he's smart too on certain things, but, then I think that he, just does dumb antics and gets himself in trouble. I really do. And, like, right now, it really doesn't bother me because he's not a bad shedder, like his hair, he doesn't shed as much because he's short hair, but every now and then, he has that little black hair in it. Is that a I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's a 7 millimeter Hobby Lobby hook. I needed a 7 millimeter, and I just happened to be in there, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get this one." Yarnology, yes. Oh, thank you for the follow, K Wiley. K Wiley? I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm so sorry if I am, but thank you for the follow. And again, ah, crap, I didn't get the things out of my car. See, yesterday was just such a big problem. Um, well, not a big problem. It's just really busy, really busy. And by busy, I mean like our neighbors were having a yard sale. Then we were getting rid of stuff out of the house that we weren't going to use anymore and trying to get everything cleaned out. And I was supposed to go get the rest of those things out of the back end of my car. But on the 27th, we're going to do my 1,000 follower celebration. And Picking Halls, I have to think the name, Picking Halls is coming and she's going to be here. And we're probably going to do um, the coaster that Linda sent me the pattern to yesterday. And it's the ones where the heads pop up and down. Looks like they're being smushed by their cup, so we're gonna do that. Probably a couple other things, and I've got some things that, I'm going to be giving away. And Kylie, okay, Kylie. Oh, um, I love how people do their names, and, you gotta figure ways around it because somebody might already have your name in the world of Twitch. Um, so are you gonna be good now? I love you. Um, but, So we're going to be doing a couple things. I'm going to be doing some giveaways to give back to everybody who's helped get me here. And we're just going to have fun. We're going to have fun. It's going to be a longer stream than normal because Picking Halls does that. She brings out the longer streams in me. So, and I believe that Unicorn is going to join us for a bit. I don't know how long, however long she wants to join us. So, and you got down. Just go over there and get up on the bed. And so I don't know. We might have other people that want to come in and whatever, and that's fine. The more the merrier. But I think that that's one of the things we're gonna be doing, and with probably me yappity yapping, that's probably the only thing that I'm gonna get done, because that I mean, it took me yesterday 2 hours to do a possum coaster, which if I would have been doing that without all the yappity yapping, it wouldn't have taken me that long to do. I just amaze myself the more I talk, I guess the slower I crochet. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's a common thing. I've seen people and I'm like, "Man, they get so much done." They get so much done while I am watching them. And I'm like, that's really what I need to do, but I don't do it. I talk too much. Well, I don't know. Is there such a thing as talking too much? Biscuit, get up here. Come on. I'm not playing with you. Come on. Get. And then we argue with Biscuit on his diva days. And I'm going to call him a diva right now. Get up here. Get. I love him to death. Wouldn't take anything for him. Would give anything to keep him forever. Wouldn't we? Come on. Come on. But nope, we're not doing that. But today he is being a butthole. I'm telling you. Yep, I just told everybody you're being a butthole. You could really be good and get up here. Come on. Papa got him like 5 toys. He likes this one particular toy. So Papa bought 5 of them so that he could have one everywhere in the house. Like if he's downstairs, he can have one downstairs. If he's upstairs, he can have one upstairs. He can have one in my room, in the stream room, just wherever the dog wants the toy. But you know what he does? He brings them all in the same room all at the same time. That's what he does. He can't be pleasant all the time. He cannot. I listen to books while crocheting just to zone into my crochet. Well, I have taken up the habit of reading again, and it does cut into my crochet time. Thank you for the follow, Catman2353. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Let's do this because Papa took that thing. I just want to make sure that. And it's not. I know it wasn't. Okay. No, we don't want to. Now it's up. Okay. I've got to update a lot of things after today's stream. That way it gets me. I am doing great. And how are you doing on this fine Sunday? Oh my goodness, y'all. I told y'all yesterday I'm watching the Avengers from the television show from the 60s and 70s with Patrick Patrick McNee. And then I'm already in the later seasons where Linda, I think her name is Linda Thorson, is in it. Anyway, so yesterday, now mind you, this is probably for someone in particular that listens, that is in here. But so he walks in her apartment and she goes, "How are you doing?" And he goes, "Fair to Midland." And I'm like, bing, 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 bing. Because I'm like, that's how people around here talk. And I was just like, "Oh, that is so cool." Audiobooks are great. Been listening to Harry Potter's. Well, I usually when I watch Harry Potter to zone into my crocheting. 'cause I don't need to worry about what's going on in the screen. I just have to hear the words because I know what's happening on the screen. And that's probably the same with the books. You know what's happening and whatever. But fair to Midland, I was like, I haven't heard that in a while. But people, that's how people talk around here. And when they go, "How are you doing?" Fair to Midland. And I'm like, okay. So Biscuit, if we just get something done today, we will be if we get to the red today, I will be happy. Yeah. I don't think I really your mom used to say that? Ah. I think what surprised me the most is that to me, that sounds I am not knocking a single solitary soul in this room that I'm talking to. But to me, that just sounds country. Like, "How are you doing, fair to Midland?" Just c common folk. And, for, like, somebody in Great Britain to say fair to Midland just doesn't sound like that would be what they would say, but it's just a biscuit, I know. Super positive. Y'all keep me grounded. Y'all keep me grounded, that's for darn sure. I consider you in my room also. I don't know if it's big enough for all of us to fit in here, but, I mean, I think it would be a hoot if we were all together. So and I saw a lady on Instagram the other day, she has a bus, and she drives around into neighborhoods, and she has yarn on her bus. Now, I've heard that too, finest frog hair split 3 ways, yep. Yes, I know he does. I mean, when I'm in his stream, I have to keep the volume down a little bit. I don't ever turn it all the way off because, then you don't count. But, I will say this, when I keep it down because I don't want the people at work to think I'm over there farting or something, so, um, yes, like the ice cream man, but yarn. And I don't know if she does it, like, to neighborhoods where, maybe people couldn't get out to get yarn or I don't know. I don't know if she sells it. I just saw it and I was like, it looks like a little school bus, but she's got these like things, these shelving units in there, and she just got all kinds of yarn in there. She wants to work for it. I would love to have that bus come through my neighborhood. Do you wanna know, I would even pay I'm just gonna say, I would probably well, I do pay extra to have things sent to my house, so it would just be more convenient to be on the bus. That be no way we say weird stuff in our Oh, so I don't know. I just, and something's messed up, on my thing, so you can't see chat from I don't take a chance. I would rather count because Twitch changes the rules so many, you know, they change the rules. At first it was, you know, if you raid into somebody, you have to refresh the tab. Then they said, no, 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 it doesn't matter. It can't, you don't have to refresh your tab. Then they say, yes, you have to refresh your tab. Then they say you have to have volume and it didn't matter. People didn't have you I remember when Papa started streaming, you didn't necessarily have to have the volume on for you to be counted as a viewer, and now it does, and it's like they make up the rules every day. It's like they wake up in the morning, they go, Today, I'm gonna do this. We're changing the rules." And I'm just like, goodness gracious. Yes, the volume had to be a certain percentage to even count as a viewer. And then there for a while, they were doing, uh, like you I don't know, like you couldn't be watching more than so many people, and if you weren't active in a chat or whatever, I mean, they come up with a rule every day that they're whatever. And I just think it's just they make it easier for the application, but yet then harder to get partnered. And Papa once said, "You think they would just go ahead and let everybody be partnered because it brings in money." But I guess they have to have specifications. And I think it's to me, it's harder, I think, for and this is me, what is a raid? A raid like when I quit streaming, um, I will go into another streamer's I will take all of you if you want to go. I will take you into another streamer's stream, and that's called a raid. And then you would refresh that person. What if you're deaf so you don't need the volume to watch? I understand. It's really weird how they do it. So like I would stream for so long and then I would take you with me and that's called a raid. And then we raid into that person. If you choose to stay there, you can refresh and watch and just hit the refresh button and you'll be counted as a viewer in their stream. And then you could watch them if you wanted. You could follow. Oh, double click, not refresh. You double click on their name. Refreshing the tab has the referral. Oh, okay. Okay. So you would double click on their name. I just know that when I go in, I go "Beep, beep," and I'm done. And if you break into someone else's house and steal their bloomers, it's a penny raid. Me. Oh, okay. Yarn delivery, yarn delivery. It's a yarn delivery, y'all, from the kid who says I'm on a yarn ban. She's not really delivering yarn. She's delivering it from one room to the other.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you have a pest problem, you have a raid. So say hi to everybody. He's like, no, it's our stream. It's our stream. um, that's what I was familiar with SpongeBob. He's y'all, this morning he woke up and he was like, he wanted to get up at 6:30. And I was like, we're not getting up at 6:30. Um, and so finally at 7:30, I relented and we got up. Biscuit, get your head out of those bags before you get caught. Oh, that's true. You could potentially give yourself ads. Um, yeah, that have raid in them. Oh, Biscuit, get out of the bag. If you get your head caught in there, I'll have to get the scissors out. So anyway, that's what a raid is. And I don't know. Twitch is crazy. Twitch is crazy. Oh, what I was gonna say was I think, in my opinion, I think that if you're not like someone famous, or if you're not a big gamer streamer like Fortnite or um I can't think of any other ones, or Call of Duty or any of those, and you have, 2 or 300 people watching you all at one time or thousands of viewers or things like that. I think they make it very hard for like people like crafters. I mean, we can get the numbers, we can, but it's not a community of competition. So we're not competing against each other. We want to help each other in everything that we do. So I think that they make it a disadvantage for us because they're like, oh well, uh, I don't know. They're mean to crafters. They're mean. I'm just kidding. I just had a conniption out on the porch. What in the world are you having a conniption? And I know what a conniption is. Oh, you don't want to throw your phone? It's a spider. Come on, get up here. We were at the vet yesterday with Biscuit, and I dropped my phone. They have 2 little chairs that sit in the vet's office, like in each little room. So I was sitting in one, and Biscuit was sitting on the seat with me, and snake finished, sent you a pic now, going to decide what to do next. Oh, okay. My granny used to tell me that they would, if squatted low, used to tell me that they would, if they squatted low enough, and I'm terrified still to this day. And there was a giant spider behind my seat in the vet's office. And then Papa goes real nonchalant, like, "It's dead. Don't worry about it. You just told me there's a spider behind me and it's big, but it's dead." So I was always told not to kill a granddaddy longlegs because it was bad luck. That's what I was told. But I'm not a big fan of spiders all the way around. So I normally stream on Saturdays and Sundays. It's a given. Now, next Saturday and Sunday, I won't be streaming, Biscuit, please, because I am going to watch my granddaughter on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll have to come back home on Monday. But I normally stream on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to usually somewhere around 12:30. And occasionally, um, I will stream on Tuesdays or Thursdays after 6. But I co-stream with Enchanted Creations on those days usually, and it's more of a gab fest on those days. We do crochet. She actually was doing a wooble the other day, and it was the bluey wooble. It was one of the bluey woobles. I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it was bluey or muffin. I think it was bluey she was doing. So, she was just in here earlier. She may still be in here. I don't know. She has her Enchanted Creations, and then she travels from stream to stream under Unicorn Farts. Yes, I only crochet on string. I can do cross stitch, but cross stitching, I know this probably really, I have to concentrate more because my vision is not as great as it used to be. Now, I could move things up, but then I would have big pieces of art to do. So, I do cross stitch, but I usually do it off string. And, I don't have I don't do a lot anymore. I do have quite a few kits. I have some, you know what? That might be something too. I do have some kits that I bought and I haven't used them. So I need to probably get started. But Jello. Oh, Jello. Unicorn is in the building, people. Unicorn is in the building. She's in the stream. Last question, then I'll quit bugging. You are not bugging me, Kylie. You are not. Okay. I am making a blanket that when it rolls up, I'm pretty positive I'm not being watched now because I'm pretty sure the person that it's going to roll up into a cigarette. So right now this is the filter, this is the cigarette part, and then we're going to get down to the um red and the gray for the for the whatever and the ash. So my vision isn't as good as it used to be. So the what the worst Papa looks at the worst. Mr. Curly, she's not sure we have causation. Yes, the cherry. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of it. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm actually going to, if I have enough time, I'm going to, hold on, I'll show you. If I have enough time, and that will depend on how fast I get this done. Let's see, my favorites. Um, if I have enough time, I am going to make this. If I'd hit the right button, I'm going to make this. Okay, that's fine. If I have enough time, I'm going to make this with it. I don't think I'm gonna need, because I think I can make it without maybe having to purchase the pattern. But I may purchase the pattern just to make it easier and be able to follow a pattern and get it over with. It's a funny ha-ha. It's a funny ha-ha for the whatever. Um, so it'll be great. I know I have the red, and I'm pretty positive I have white, but I don't think I have a yellow. You need those for, you know, the other day when I was on, it was Instagram. You know how people came out and they had the little Debbie cakes, the Christmas trees, they came out and they acted like they were going on a smoke break? A girl did one the other day and she went out and she stood outside and she had a skein or a skein of yarn and she had it and she went, pulled it out and started crocheting. And I was like, oh gosh, I wish, I'm just going to tell them I'm going on a yarn break at work. I think I'm going to do that. You've seen the bubbles one? I think I've seen bubbles where they just blow bubbles. But I'm like, that's what I need to do. Just tell my people at work I'm going on a yarn break. I'm telling you, if somebody from the company that, oh, it's working now. Somebody from the company that bought us is watching and I get in trouble, then I get in trouble. But I'm going to tell you, we are so slow. These are the busiest months we have because this is the time when teachers are out of school so they can get all their things done. Oh, you're gonna get ready this morning. It's nice to meet you too. Bye, Kylie. You have a wonderful day. Um, so it's just horrible. I mean, one of the ladies, she said to me, she was like, because I take a yarn project with me and I leave it at work. And sometimes, depending on how fast like, if I don't have nothing to do, I bring it home. And when I don't stream, I'm usually working on it like when I'm watching somebody else stream. It just I'm doubling with them. And they don't know it, but that's what I'm doing so that I can get my work done too. And so she was like, "Are you starting to crochet at work?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I mean, other than my 30-minute lunch break, no, I don't. I don't crochet." And I just wanted to be, you know, I'm like, we shouldn't be this slow. We shouldn't be this slow. But they're having a big meeting on Tuesday, and everybody has to stay after work. So we will see. I don't think we're going to be there that long because she said once the last patient is seen, we'll have the meeting. Well, even if the last patient is at 4:15, they push everybody up. And since the one lady that has to leave at 4 every day, um, since she's being made to stay, I'm sure she's going to push the meeting up as far as she can because she's not going to leave. She's not going to leave late in the evening. She just will not do it. She will be like, "We're getting these people in and out because I've got to get home. I've got to be home." And I'm gonna say this, and this is not mean, and I know that I have lived where I have when we first Papa and I first moved to Florida eons ago, which we're not in Florida anymore. But when we moved to Florida eons ago, um, I drove 45 minutes one way to work because the company I worked for, that's where they had a 24-hour Walmart, and I had to be able to work nights. So, for, my kids' sake, because Papa worked during the days, if I worked during the nights, then we didn't have to put the little ones in daycare. So, um, that's how it was. I know that people go, "I drive an hour to work." I understand that, but that's your choice. Because I made that choice. I could have went down there and worked at a Walmart that wasn't 24 hours and worked at one that was just open till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and then they closed the doors. But I didn't. The one I chose to work at was so when you have a job and you like it and it ticks all your boxes, that is your choice. I'm not talking about if you hate your job. If you hate your job, maybe. Nope. You got down. Go get into bed. Um, but I mean, personally, I would love to be retired now. Am I going to get to? No, it's not. It's not going to happen. I tried playing the lottery last week because it was up really high, and I didn't win. So, and when I buy my ticket, I will tell you this: every ticket has the same odds. So, come on, I've got a better chance probably of uh get up. No, you are not getting in the blanket. Get up on my come on. We are going to do this together. Get up there. Um, I probably have a better chance of getting bit in Tennessee by a shark than Biscuit than winning the lottery. And I know there's no sharks in Tennessee, but you never know. A bull shark, if there was water that was connected, from what I understand, they will travel into fresh water. I mean, one could get loose one day. We do have aquariums. Yes, we do. So, yeah. You're right. I will say this in September, close to my birthday, actually my birthday weekend, we're going to take Peepop to the aquarium in Pigeon Forge and let her feed the otters. They have like a little feeding otter thing over there. I saw it on I don't know where I saw the advertisement for, but I was like, Georgia has a nice one and they have whale sharks. Ooh, whale sharks. They have one in Myrtle Beach. They have an aquarium in Myrtle Beach, but I don't know if they let you feed the otters there. They let you pet the stingrays. So, okay, hold on. I have an incoming call from the peep. Incoming call from the peep. And she does not know how to work it, so her mom must not know that she has the phone. So we're going to hang up on her. And then her mom will call back. Because I know her mom knows that I'm streaming. And feel free to call me. I mean, so when we went to see my mother-in-law in Bradenton, Florida, we took them to see Slooby, or I don't know, what was that manatee's name in Florida? Snooty? I don't know. Snooty. Yep. I like your hair. Are you okay? Oh, okay. Peepop's getting her nails cut, people. Love you. Bye. Okay. Lay down. I don't know what his name was. I know he did pass away, and the kids were. I've got a a little manatee stuffed toy, S- Snoopy or some. I don't know what it was. No, I know. And I was just saying because you were talking about the otters, you had them. Oh, you had otters and manatees too. Um, when we moved to Florida, though, they had one. I think it's just they also have a place in Florida where you can swim with the dolphins. Maybe it's not dolphins. I don't think it's dolphins because I think there's a federal law you can't mess with dolphins. You're not allowed to. I don't know. I know that in the Bahamas you can swim with the pigs. I mean, it might be on my bucket list. You never know. Since y'all know I love pigs. Otters are wonderful little creatures, but I'm pretty sure they probably could be violent if they needed to be. I don't know. I'm just saying I've heard that there's a place in the Bahamas that you can swim with the pigs. I did not know pigs could swim. I don't know what kind of pigs they are, but I would think that would be a nice meal for a shark. Um, do pigs fly? I don't know. Super rare, but they've been known to attack people. And only if you shoot them out of a air cannon. Ugh, I'm not gonna get anywhere with this blanket today, I feel. I am, but I'm not. That's true. When you play party animals, you could shoot them out of a cannon there. Every time I see the duck in that one, I go straight for Psyduck, and I don't know why. I guess it's because he's yellow and got a big bill. I have no idea. I'm not a big Pokemon person. Like, I don't know them all, and I'm not gonna be able to catch them all because I don't know them. But when the Pokemon walk or Hi, Life with Lena, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Lena. Life with Lena. When that a Pokemon Go game came out and the kids were little, and we would take them to the park so that they could catch different Pokemon, and they would walk around the park trying to catch Pokemon. That's how we got the kids out. Well, I mean, they were really active anyway, but that way we could get out too and walk with them. It's an exact copy. That's why you pick it. Oh, okay. Then I'm not losing I'm not losing my mind. Thank you for the follow. Do you crochet? Do you do do you craft? What do you do? Life with Lena? Knit? Diamond painting? So, Biscuit, be quiet. Do you want to go downstairs? I know, buddy. I am going to open the door so you can go downstairs and be with your dad and Caitlin. Ooh, I don't want to hit nothing. Come on. Oh, I lost my hat. Oh, it is all right. Figure out. Yes, this is the hat that me and Picking Halls have. I guess it's right on the front of my head. There we go. Picking Halls and I have this. This is the hats we wore for Crafty's donkey collab. And it fell onto the floor, so I'm just gonna put it on my head and give y'all something funny to look at. Gosh, I mean, I really look weird without hair. Well, when you said creative with it and it didn't have to be a donkey, I was like, oh, well, that just opens the door for pigdom for me. So I had a blast with it. I think Picking Halls had a blast with it too. There's nothing wrong. I mean, I don't have hair. I just have a pig nose and some ears to go along with it. I should make one of these for Peep. She would look so cute in a little pig hat. Yes, she would. She would look so cute. I actually told Papa today because KK, when she got up and I went to the grocery store and got everything that we needed to cook today after stream. When we were talking, I said something about maybe I should not stream and just help them get everything done today. And he's like, no, stream, stream. Okay, guys, an ad will be starting soon. Necessary evil, but I'm letting you know. Okay. We're going to see how many of you are going to get raid ads, as in the bug spray raid. Report back to me. Let me know. Since we did talk about it, Twitch may be listening. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, okay. If you want to close that door so he doesn't follow you back out. Well, yeah, that way he doesn't follow you. So I will sit here and I will do this over. We really don't have very many more rows to go before we're done with the white. Might stand up and measure this while I get to the end of this row and see how long it is on the bed. Biscuit, shush Kate, baby, shush Kate. We gotta measure a blanket. And I know the minute I get up to go measure it, you're gonna jump up on the bed because that's what you do. That is what you do. Doodle-doodle-doo. Okay, let's just see how far this goes. We're gonna get up and move just for a minute. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with that camera. It's a white. Because I don't, let me do a full screen. And we'll see when y'all all get back. I know some of you have like turbo and things like that. So this might help. Okay, so there's that. I feel like I need to go at least the 10 more rows with the white. This could be a mini cigarette though. But I think I need to go the 10 more rows. All the yarn in the world and the wiggles back there. Y'all, that's making me hot. Crafty, I don't know how you do it. I do not know how you do it with the hats. Because that traps in heat. That traps in heat. And technically with the ash, I could go a little bit further than the cherry part because welcome back, everybody. I just think that because some people let a long ash go on their cigarettes. But I saved this girl today. She was on my Instagram this morning, and they're doing no raid ads for me. I don't do you? I thought you had Twitch Turbo. I was just talking your ear off while you were here. So, okay. Come on, get up here. Because I was saying, I don't know how you do the hats. I don't know how you do the hats because that hat is hot. And sometimes you have more than one hat on at a time. Whew, you're a better man than me. You're a better person than me. Hey, Stiller, how are you doing? Get up here. Come on. There, can you get up here? Okay, don't. When I tell him don't, then he doesn't want to get up here. So, yeah, you do have less hair than me. I did have KK cut it so that I couldn't wear it in a ponytail. I still can wear it in a ponytail. Either that or my hair grows really, really fast. No, I really don't think there's room for both of us in this chair. Um, and he's really wreaking havoc on me right now because he gets up, gets down, gets up, gets down. You know, I want to be like my grandma was when I was a kid and go up or down. You know how your grandma would go in or out. We're not air conditioning the outside. Back when for air conditioners were a big window units were a big thing because people didn't have central air and heat. Because where we lived in South Carolina, we had window units, and window units are not bad. They're actually very wonderful. Our neighbors across the street, their bedroom, which we have the same house, but we face each other. So their bedroom faces the sun majority of the day. My bedroom, once the sun comes up and goes over the house, my room is the coolest room in the house at some points. Um, and they had to put a window unit in to keep it cool. And we had to put a unit in Papa's stream room because that's where he works, and it's on the south side of the house. And we have to have and I mean, this room is on the south side of the house, but I'm not as hot natured as Papa. Um, I can stand a little bit of heat. I think it's just because, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm always cold. So, we had to put an extra unit in his stream room, office room because you have to. I don't think that with the way it heats up nowadays, and I'm sure it's no really different than it was when we were kids. It's just now we're accustomed to air conditioning, and you gotta stay cool. I mean, as long as it stays, well, we're at 81 right now, but um, as long as it stays in the 80s, I'm fine. But today it's supposed to rain, and which means we'll get the humidity, and it's gonna be whatever. I know. I'm actually happy he's staying up there. He just moved his head behind me. I don't know what he's doing. Don't want to know what he's doing. See, when he lays his head like that on my shoulder, he looks like a little deer on my shoulder. So he can be sweet if he wants to be. He can be sweet if he wants to be. He is a little deer. Crafty. If if I ever came to see you, I would have to put this dog, give him a sleeping pill because he would sing the song of his people the whole way. to your house. And then his Song of His People is not an endearing song to your ears. It's not. I don't even know what the Song of His People is, other than a bark, bark, woo, bark, bark, woo. I don't know. I'm probably not even doing it right. So when we had to move here from the place we lived before, it was a little over an hour drive. And I had never ridden that far with him ever. Most we'd ever done is maybe 20 minutes to the vet and back. And we made it all the way here, like within a mile of the house, maybe 2 miles of the house. And he got sick. And I was so upset for him because it, am I hungry? No. I had breakfast before I started streaming. But he got sick and I was so sad for him because I was like, if I would have known, I probably would have gotten him some kind of sedative. But like I said, when we had traveled before, it was usually 20 minutes down the road. He never even acted like he was, you know, going to get sick or anything. But now he's so easy to tell when he's going to get sick because it looks like he smiles. So when he looks like he's doing this and getting ready to smile, we know he's getting ready to get sick. So we take him outside. But he doesn't do it often. So Crafty with the heathered bamboo, that heathered bamboo from Loops and Threads that I've got, I'm making bandanas, little bandanas for your head. So they're gonna look cute. They're gonna look cute. I will say this, it calls for a 4.5 millimeter hook. I'm using a 4.25 millimeter hook because I feel like my tension's not as tight. I feel like if you're really good with your tension, um, it does okay. But every now and then I have to watch myself because I feel not that it splits. I haven't had a real bad splitting problem with it, but I like how this is. This is tight. And not that you can tell, because that really doesn't look really, but it's got little flecks of white in it. I guess that's why it's called heathered. I don't know. But it's really soft. Really, really soft. And I think that, well, because they all like the blue, you can see it in the blue better. And then I do love this purple. I think this purple's gonna love. I love this purple. I think it's gonna look so good on Peepop's head because she looks good in purple. She looks really good in purple. So then after I get this done right here, the one thing that how this is going to be shipped, well, I'm taking it, but how it's going to be given is in a tube, a shipping tube. So I have to get the measurements of how wide and long this is for the shipping tube once it's rolled up. So that can be gotten because that's how it's going to be given as a gift. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully I'll get lots of pictures. And like I said, this is done with the Suzette stitch, and hopefully I will have a pattern, a written pattern by the time I get done with this, if it looks decent. But like I said, I just started with 150 chains across. Did the Suzette stitch across, s- back across, and Suzette is a single and a double, and then you skip a stitch, single and a double, then you skip a stitch, and the first 40 rows were gold, the mustard color of loops and threads, and then I have used, this is my fourth white. They didn't have the mustard one, they had like the big roll, the big, like, I don't know, the big one, but it had to been with like two of these, I would think. Like the big 14-ounce loops and threads, mustard color, and then I've used four of these white ones so far. This is the fourth one. And I'm up to 80 rows on this. I think I'm going to go to 90. That's what I had projected out. When I get to 90, I'm going to measure it along the bed and see how well it's doing, and then decide. I think I'm only going to do 5 red rows. I had 10 written down, but I think 5 will be enough because I don't really think it needs to be that big. You just need to be able to see that there's red. You need a hug? Well, we'll all give you hugs. It'll be virtual hugs, but I mean, I hope a virtual hug would be good. Um, and then I'm gonna do like probably 10 gray. We will see. I might have to do a little bit more white. It just depends when we get to the end. Might do 100 rows of white. I want it to be perfect. I want it to be proportioned. I don't want it to be out of proportion. So, and I still have 70 more rows of the pencil to do. But the pencil can wait till I get done with this one because this one has to be done by next weekend before I leave to go to see Peep. And then I've got to pack all of her icebox food, get that all packed away and in the car, and couple of her bandanas, and then some other things that I'm going to give her. So she got a real kitchen and it has a refrigerator in it. So my daughter said, "Don't make the refrigerator. Um, just bring all the food." And I'm like, "Okay, I can do that. I can do that." It's going to be me and her for the weekend anyway. So we shall see. You know what? I have got Smokey and the Bandits song in my head, and I don't know why I've got it in my head. Really don't know. And yes, Eastbound and Down, Crafty. I'm gonna put this in. Everybody can see this. Um, just your opinion. And everybody can give me an opinion, but because Crafty, Crafty and I have a granny square connection. Uh, but anyway, look at that right there, and that would be easy to make into a coaster, wouldn't you think? Yes, we bonded over grannies, but I think that would be very easy to make into a coaster. Is that what I sent you? Oh, crap. I meant to send you this. Hold on. What in the heck am I doing? That one right there is, I posted the cigarette pattern again. Hold on. Oh, I did. God have mercy. Everybody go ahead and have mercy on my soul. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Ah, I don't want to say it out loud because I got a kid in the house. I got a kid in the house. Okay. I hit the You know what? They should not allow somebody like me to have um you know what? Oh my gosh, Crafty, with you just sitting here, that's just um anyway, would that not be cute as like if you made like you remember how I did the Tennessee bag and I did it over a canvas bag? You can make that and make a bunch of grannies and make it a bag or placement. Yes. It's this is why I don't do blankets on string because at some point they do get really big. For a weenie roast, yes. But see what I thought about, I don't I thought about um making them coasters, and the girls have always wanted me to make a hot dog, um an amigurumi hot dog on string because they're called the hot dog girls. I don't understand. One day, Papa and all them were in our family chat. I don't know what happened, but they all sent pictures of hot dogs they were eating. And I don't know if it was all on the same day, was different days or what. Okay, biscuit, honey, decide where you want to be. Just decide where you want to be. Because I'm gonna have to do like Linda does and throw it in the dryer and get the little doggy hairs off of it because you are not being cooperative right now. I have the crochet food book that's got a hot dog in it, but which book do you have? Listen to me. Which book do you have, Crafty? I need to know these things. Why in the world? You can show me. You can show me the next time you stream. It's okay. I'll be there just for the hot dog book. I'll really be there for other reasons, but I'll be hot dog book. You have the Crochet Cafe by Lauren Epsy. Okay. Epsy. Crochet Okay. I know, buddy. We're going to have to let you go anyway. I love books. I love I love free patterns. I love free patterns with all of my heart. But if there's a book and it's got a pattern in it and I like it and it's, to technically worth it, I will spend the money on a book. I know, Bob. I know, but let me get to the end of this row. Okay. Okay. I got it. And I'm gonna save it on my oh, that's not bad. Now, what? I'm looking at this thing and it says Kindle available instantly for 19.99 or the paperback for 11.95. Hmm. Which one do you think I'm taking? Okay, baby. Oh, that's so cute. I knew you were making her. Are y'all gonna meet up and you give them to her? Or are you gonna mail them to her? Okay, buddy. Hold on. I'm yapping my jaws out. Shh. Shh. Okay, baby. I can hear them downstairs clunking. It's gonna drive me crazy. Baby, stop. Okay. Um, Probably meet up around her birthday at the end of July. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's do this. Biscuit, you've got to give, bud. You've got to give. Get up here. Come on. You've got to give. Okay, let's do this. Biscuit is not going to give me the time that I need. That's not what I want. Okay. Okay. Stop it. Guys, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to figure out what's going on with this little booger butt, and I'll be right back. He had to have a little bio break. I think he's overexcited with people being in the house, KK back. He's like, "Oh, she's moving in." Like, no, she's not moving in. Hey, Emma, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, today on one of the news stations that were last night, they had to close I-75 in Chattanooga because a car or a truck caught on fire with fireworks in it, and they had to close down both lanes so people wouldn't get hit by rogue firecrackers going off. It wasn't funny, but the video that the news took with, like, you heard it go, they were going everywhere, and it was kinda like that loud, kinda chippy sound, and you could hear them whizzing, and I was like, it was kinda funny, but it was not funny. It was a very serious matter, and I'm being serious. It was a very serious matter. Um, and I mean, at least the police cordoned off the area for the safety of people just driving down the road. But I guess just hearing all those firecrackers go off just, and I was sitting there thinking, because like here, you can't, if you live in the county, you can shoot off fireworks until 10 o'clock at night. After that, the noise ordinance kicks in. But if you live in city limits, which we do not live in, we live in county. Uh, hope that car wasn't a Chevy Spark. So too. um, but we live in the county, and in the city they you have to have a permit to even shoot 'em off in your yard. So so and here, like when you live in the county, you have to pay a yearly membership to the fire department because they don't collect the taxes for the county fire department. So, like, we pay, like, maybe, like, 12 bucks a month for, um, like, if we have to call 911 or anything that has to deal with the house, um, then we don't get an extra bill. But if you live in the county and you don't pay, like, they base it off the size of your house. If you don't pay that, then they send you a different bill. Well, when I was little, my grandmother had a powder blue Ford Pinto, and my mom had a brown Ford Pinto. Death traps, death traps. But my grandfather was a mechanic for Ford, so they always had Ford cars. My mom was a very Ford loyal person. So, yes, I do know what fix or repair daily. I do know what that means. But I mean, back in the day, I mean, I think cars were just made better anyway. Oh, found on road dead. I was always told it was fix or repair daily. Um, but I think cars back in the day were just better built. And I mean, my Durango, I had it for 12 years. And was I happy with my Durango? Yes. Did I have to turn in my Durango because it started um just having more problems with seals and things like that. And I mean, I always took it and gone. I mean, I always took it for, like the 75,000 mile checkup or whatever. Try to keep up on the maintenance, because if you keep up with the maintenance, then the car lasts longer. So my father had Fords mainly when you were a kid. I think Ford was a dealership to be reckoned with back in the day. Good evening, Peanuts. Hope you're doing we are doing great. How are you doing, Luigi? So, ha we're almost well, I haven't done that. I feel like I haven't done that many rows, but I actually have done, like, 6 or 7 rows, I feel like, but I didn't work where I started. We've done 6. We've done 6 rows because I just looked to where I started today. So, not bad. But this stitch works up really fast. I mean, I have to make sure that I put both stitches in because I have only put the single crochet and moved on to the next one. And then halfway down the other row, I see it and I'm like, "Ugh." Years ago, when my mom's one car finally bit the dust, she asked my brother, a mechanic, what to get. And he said, a Toyota or Honda. He said that mechanics hate them because they have less problems than, yes. And I've a lot of when they do those mechanic things, like what car is the best car, or like what car could you drive to California and back and not have any problems? And I've always heard a Toyota or a Honda. There was a vendor guy that when I worked at Walmart, um, he had a Honda Civic and it had over 300,000 miles on it. He took the engine he took the engine out, and I don't know if you call it rebuilt it or whatever, but he did everything. He took all the pistons out, cleaned everything out, and he was like, "This car will last as long as I keep up with everything." But I mean, I guess, wish it had been more mechanical in a way sometimes, other than the simple things my mother taught me how to do. I had a Dodge Durango. I bought it in 2014, I think. 2012? I don't remember. I think it was 2014. Yeah, it was a 2014. And we got rid of it in 26. So, and this car we got now, um, I mean, I only drove it. You had to, the first oil change, they tell you to come back in 8,000 miles or your first year that you've owned the car. I had 6,000 miles on the car in my first year. That just tells you that A, I don't go anywhere other than to see P-Pop. B, I drive to work and back. And yeah, I am not a person that drives a lot of places. So unfortunately, like, well, today was fill my gas tank up on Fridays, on Sundays, because uh, if you look at whatever, I don't know, gas prices are cheaper on Sundays than any other day in our area. And I don't know why, but they are. So it's just, one of those things you notice. Anyway, so I go get my gas on Sundays. And today it took me 20 some dollars to fill up my gas. But mind you, it was just a little bit below a half a tank. So I'm not like some of the people that I work with. And I mean, like, there's one girl, she drives an hour and a half to work and she drives an hour and a half home. Her choice to where her house is built. And so when they said, well, hopefully by September, we can all go home because gas prices are supposed to rise in September. And she's like, I can't do it. She says, I'm already putting this much, I forget how much money she says a week in gas in her car. And I mean, I do feel for her. I do. I really do. But, you know, because I don't think that she can go somewhere. She's been with the company for over 10 years. And I just don't think that she can go somewhere else and get the money she's making now. And I think that's what her thing is. So I don't blame her. But if you got a job that was closer to home, you probably could take a cut in pay. I have no idea. Everybody has their own lives and, what they need to sustain. I'm just not a goer. I do feel like I go a lot more when it's about P-pop. I do feel like I travel more for her. But I mean, still, I mean, we're talking it was almost 7,000 miles when I went to go get my first oil change. But now they put a sticker on my car and now I know when to go back. But I get free oil changes for so many years or so many times. So I will get my free oil changes and then I will go back to paying for them. And they'll be a lot more expensive than they were when the last time I got an oil change. So and now King Biscuit is ruling from his lofty throne right in my ear. And he's being a booty butt. I know. I don't know what he heard downstairs, but KK told me that Papa is high anxiety this morning because they're hanging a television to the wall. And it's not a big one, but big enough to give him anxiety. So big enough to give him anxiety. Biscuit's setting on me and I can't move my leg and I have it crooked underneath me. I have to get it out or I risk my leg going to sleep because I'm cutting off the circulation. And I'm getting it out. Ben stole your pillow. Biscuit does that too. He'll steal your pillow. Since KK spent the night last night, I mean, he was sitting downstairs, whining Emma, whining like, "She's upstairs. Can't we go knock on the door?" I'm like, "Biscuit, nobody wakes you up when you're sleeping." And he's like, "But she's here. We need to wake her up." No, we don't. Biscuit has like the girls, when the girls come over, Papa and I don't usually exist. But only because I'm streaming, I think that he's attached to me right now. Because I think he's like, if I don't watch out, KK will take her and they will go somewhere. And then he'll be stuck with Papa. Not that I think he minds, but I do think he minds. So just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. So he's sleeping on it. Biscuit, I've taken a picture of Biscuit before in the middle of the night. He'll wiggle his way up and he'll be laying there next to me and his little head will be on the pillow. Just like, he's part of it. Well, I am that person and it's loving. It's great to be that person. But then sometimes it's like hmm, when Papa wants to do something, he's like, "Come on, Biscuit." Biscuit's like, "Nope, she's home. She's home. You're done. I'm not doing nothing." So I think my yapper has been turned off here. It's like my brain's not thinking enough for me to talk, and I need to be yapping yapping. I think I'm more worried about what they're doing down there. And since Biscuit went on his little bio break, and then she's like, "Yeah, Dad's got all this anxiety over that thing." I'm like, I don't want him to have anxiety over that. The mounter thing on the wall. I just don't want it to. So, and Biscuit's going downstairs. He's like, "Yep, they're up to something. I'm going down there." Yep, yep, yep. Technically, I would say this, even though I saw all these patterns, a lot of these patterns for this type of blanket and was blanket yarn. And I understand because if you're making it for a blanket, make it with blanket yarn. But and I'm sure it works up faster and everything like that. Um, but I'm really, really happy. And I think they use like double crochets because most of the patterns you had to pay for. And me being me, and like probably any other crafter that there was in the world, um, I sit and go, I can do that. I can make that. I don't need to buy a pattern. But y'all know me. I mean, I will buy a pattern. I don't have a problem, but I didn't want to do it in blanket yarn, and I wanted to come up with my own style. So, and I did. Here. Oh, look. Wait, hold on. Which one is this one? Oh, here.
And one's that one you're using.
Okay. So, is he putting the thing on the wall? He's doing good? Okay. Look, my back is getting a little bit whatevered. Biscuit, get out of there. No, we could have given her that. Hold on. I know. But you did really good with the temp blanket. I will say that. I was very invested in that temperature blanket every Sunday. I was very invested in that temperature blanket. I was like, we're going to get to the end. I was rooting. Yes, we're going to get to the end. I thought about doing a temperature blanket from a little mini one for Peep for from the day she was born until she turned a year old, because I thought, oh, that'll be cute. And I never did it. And I mean, I've always wanted to do a temperature blanket. I really have. It's just, I don't know if I have the commitment to do a temperature blanket. So that's really where it's all about. Do I have the commitment to do it? So though, I mean, yes, now it would be easy to do it because like when you were doing your temperature blanket, you would do them on Sundays. So you had 7 days to have to catch up on. And so, you technically had to record the temperature and whatever. Now you can go on a weather site. Ooh, that's really cool. And 70s colors, heck yeah. Yeah, I used a weather site to get the temps for like when I thought about that, I was like, oh, that'd be really cool to give the girls for Christmas too. Just do a temperature blanket for each one of them. But it'd have to be in different years. There'd be no way. I mean, though, if you already know the temperatures, you could map it out and, 365 days. If you did, look at me. Let's just say I had to make 3. Let's just say 3. Oh, that is nice. Yeah. 365 divided by 90. Technically, if you took 90 days to make a blanket, it would be 4 rows a day. That's really not a big investment, and you could work on more than one. Because depending on how wide your blanket is, like my sister asked me, "How long does it take you to uh do 1 row of that blanket?" And I said, "Well, if I'm just sitting here, like, and I've got the television on, I'm not watching television, and I'm just doing it," I said, "Could take me 10 minutes, if that long." So I could do 5 rows in an hour. So technically, I mean, 90, 90, 90, that's half of a year. I could get all 3 of them done. It's just I would have to tell myself, "You have got to get it done for Christmas. You do not wanna be waiting until November to work on 8 rows of a blanket every day, each blanket." So so that maybe I should do one for me and Papa for our first year of marriage. Or maybe I could do it on a blanket for our 20-year anniversary that we passed 3 years ago. Ah, I've gotta get the blankets I need to get done. No adding. No adding. Next week, I'll be adding. It'll happen. I need to get the blankets that I've got that need to be sold is what I need to do. I need to get blankets listed somewhere and, get some of them sold. I think I have, like, 2 or 3. So now I will say this, I work with some pretty, I crochet, so one girl one day walked by, and she was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm making my granddaughter a blanket." Didn't think nothing of it, she was just talking to me. And she goes, "Oh, so and so made her daughter a blanket when she was pregnant." She says, "You could make one too." And I said, "Yeah, I could, but I charge people that aren't family for blankets unless I'm giving it to them as a gift." And I said, "And I don't do very many gifts unless you're family." She kind of looked at me, but I was like, "How rude of you to say, 'Oh, you could make one for my baby too.'" No. A, I don't know you. The thing of it is the way our company is separated, like in groups, there are some people you never see. And since this new company has taken over, we're seeing a lot of people that we've never seen before because, I mean, we know they exist, we know what they look like, but we don't work with them. But now that they have the the volume of the business has went down, they're walking around the building getting their steps in. And I'm like, you know, I would love to be able just to walk around the building and get my steps in. Guys, an ad break is starting soon. Yeah, people like to assume that I know because I know that in the long run, they'll be appreciative. It's not like you're entitled to get something, you're appreciative of it. So, because right, I like making stuff for family and my extended family, and that's fine. And I agree with you, Linda. I mean, those are and the thing of it is like this year, I was going to make this for a Christmas present. This was going to be a Christmas present, and it got moved up to a Father's Day present. And so I was like, okay, we can get it done. That's why I have to get it done by next week, by Friday. And so now I'm sitting here thinking I want to do something special for my son-in-laws because the one that I make blankets for on a regular basis, he's gotten like 2 or 3 blankets from me, but the other ones don't. And I'm like, I really need to be a little bit more loving and um make the others blankets because I should. So I love them just as much. But so I asked my picking halls if she could come up with a fun blanket for me to make Nova for Christmas. But it's probably going to be like a Tennessee Titans blanket. I don't know how I'm going to do it because he likes the Tennessee Titans. So I think all of them like the Vols. So those are I have plenty of orange, white, and gray around the house. I could always whip up one of those blankets. So and I need to start thinking about Christmas anyway, because before I know it, Christmas is going to creep up on me, and then I'm not going to have any. Yes, I will. Chris, come on, Biscuit. Come on, get up here. I need to start doing Christmas presents because um I always let them creep up on me. Always let them creep up on me. So like the people that I work with, I make something small for them, and I need to go ahead and get all that taken care of. I really do. So that I will do this. Um, welcome back from the ad. Welcome back from the ad. Come on, get up here. You tried to eat my sock. Come on, get up here. What's KK doing? We're almost done with the white. If you will just let me get done with the white so we can start the red, I would greatly appreciate it. We've got we got not 8 more rows to go. Maybe I still think the gray, the ash part should be just a little bit wider than the cherry part, the red part. That's just to make it look more balanced. Come on, Bubby, get up here. Don't make me pick you up and throw you up here. Come on. So the white part may need to go out a little bit longer than the next 8 rows, but when I get to the 8 rows, we will see how that goes. Peep called me. She was getting her nails done because she's a menace. Got to keep those nails short. She gets the dogs, her mom, her dad. Not meaning to. She just does. Hold on. Let me mark this off. I might need to count my rows because I might need to count the rows because I might have missed one. And I have to do it. I have to do it up. I know this sounds weird, but it's the way I do it. 1, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. You cannot pull on it. Get up here. Get up here. Get up there. I'll have to do it later because I can't believe he just pulled on it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. KK, is that you still? If you want to come in here, here's a Michael's bag that's got stuff in it that needs to go. I don't know if she's coming. Watch me put that back and then she'll come in the door. Yep. And there, I did it. I only did the single crochet right there. I hate when I do that. And I was worried about getting to the end so I could count the rows. And it's easy to cover over. It really is. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's easy to cover over. It's just I would prefer not to do it. I'll just prefer not to do it. And it's right here.
Oh, yeah.
You can look in that bag and make sure I just handed you the right thing.
Yeah, because I hung that up last night.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Thank you for the check-in, Anne. Thank you for the check-in. I am working on a cigarette blanket. What are you doing back there? You're doing something. Y'all, she's messing with the pictures that are going to go on the wall. Because we got to line them up and figure out how we're going to. That's okay if you move it real fast. See, it's signed and everything.
Yeah. It's an easy thing to
Yep.
hard one there.
want to hang up some art in the room. I've got to redo all my photos downstairs of the girls and add some P-pops. Huh?
Working for forever.
I know. It's a work in progress forever. What we need to do, or what I need to do, is I need to go get a frame with where we can put multiple pictures in it and let that be the center. And then,
Well,
but KK has already spoken and she says she has an idea of what she wants to do. So it will be KK vision. It's her world. I just live in it. She has her own little ways of doing things, and that's fine. She's probably got a lot more decorative sense in her little finger than I've got in my whole body. You have to.
too scary because it feels like it's just gonna.
Is that the right way to do it?
Yeah, you get to push these in and see. But it's scary at first. It feels rusty. It feels like it's just gonna.
I need to get a new one anyway because I've got to get something that's taller where I can do the back wall because I've got to move all that yarn. Maybe when Pickin' Halls comes over.
Picking wolf.
Bag Brian said it's supposed to start storming here, so I'm going to put my earbud and run over to the store and pick up a couple things that I gotta have before it starts storming. I know I heard storms are coming through here this week, so yeah. Be careful, Linda. Um, okay, that is perfectly fine. Ow, that is perfectly fine. My toe just hit something. Biscuit.
Hey, but
I don't know what he's doing, but he is messing my back up really good.
Chris.
No,
Are you making or your
I- no, this is the cigarette blanket.
the pencil? Are you making a pencil?
Yes, I am still making a I've got 70 rows left on the pencil blanket. How much of that green paint is left?
Pretty good. I mean, I only did that wall for.
Because I was thinking, should the downstairs bathroom,
Mm.
do you think it'd be good in green? And then
Pretty
if I hung those
good.
prints of those two prints and the
These-
wash your hands,
Well,
do
I
you
was
want
gonna
them up
hang-
here?
I was gonna hang a little bit of that.
Oh, okay, that's perfectly fine.
You know what I mean?
Here, let me show everybody my prints. It's fine. They don't care about them. I actually got these prints at a thrift store, and they're signed prints, but they're of Salzburg, Germany. And Papa's family is not necessarily from Salzburg, but they are German. His grandparents were German. And I don't know if they come over on a boat or however they came over. But so, Austria. I'm in Salzburg, Austria. But anyway, it doesn't matter. His parents are from Germany. So I got these because of this. Literally, I bought them because of the green mats. And they're prints too. So your guess is a boat. They do speak German in Austria. I just I'm pretty positive they came over on a boat too. But when they came over, they could only speak German. And to become citizens, they had to learn English because everything was in English. The test was in English, everything. So I mean, we're talking years and years ago. So Papa's in his 50s. Both of his grandparents have passed. His mother is in her 70s. His dad is in his 70s. I know he's older than my mother-in-law. So let's just say they came over in their 20s. That let's just say they came over. Yeah, let's just say they came over like no, they had the kids and they came. I don't know when they came over. I just know they came over. And so we're gonna say 90 years ago. Let's just say 90. So things were a lot different back then. Because I know they had 6 kids. And yeah, I did. And now I'm like gonna cry because I thought it was Salzburg, Germany. I I don't know geography. The only geography I know is from Cub when he played that game. That's it. That's the only geography I get. Now I can the United States I'm pretty good on. When it comes to Europe, I'm not really good. But what was that Geo Tracker or something we played? I don't know. All I know is we played something in your stream. And it's okay. Okay, then that makes me feel even better because I love the sound of music. GeoGuessr, that's right. That's what we always played. You play that like quite a bit. I liked that game when you would play that. It was just like because I was like, well, at least I'm learning something. I'm learning something. So Crafty teaches us all kinds of things. You know, he teaches us how to book nook. He teaches us how to nook, and he knows what I mean when I say nook. I mean nook. Let me show the whole thing, and then he teaches us, all kinds of stuff. Nook is that? Yes. What the nook is that? But I hate that they're behind me and they're doing all. Yes, he teaches us about lids. He is very informative. Biscuit, what are you doing? Biscuit, get your nose out of there. This dog is gonna be the death of me. Sticking his head down in bags. Bags of yarn. He can't really get anywhere with it, but it's bags of yarn. Hip is killing me. So let's see. Let's get to the Where's he at? Biscuit? Where you at? Okay. I just have to see you. If you're not on my back, I need to see you. Make sure you're not doing anything crazy. Crazy. We're going to get to the end of this one. And I think we're going to. Stop. I know. I know. You want to get up here now? Come on. Come on. Come on. I just either A, heard a drill start drilling, or a saw. Like a jigsaw, not a like saw. I'm going to say I hope it's a, yeah, he got the power tools out. It's fine, but he's okay with power tools. He really is, because I have we had this unused space in our kitchen. It was just a blank wall, and that's where I kept my trash can. One day I was joking around, and my mother-in-law was here, and the house down the road, it's probably 5-10 minute, not even 10 minutes. It's probably a 5-minute walk from our house. Sold. Well, of course, when you sell a house, they have pictures up. And so I was looking at the pictures of the house, and I was like, oh, look at that space in the kitchen. They put a coffee bar there. It's like they put cabinets and a coffee bar there. And I was like, oh, to have a little extra cabinets would be so great, because, we have things. And Papa was like, oh, yeah, we can make that. And he was like, and then we can move like his coffee pot and stuff over there. And he made these shelving units on the wall. And I have like this little pig set. It's a flour, sugar, and what would it be? I don't know. Those like the little 3 canisters, like flour, sugar. They don't have the words on them. They're just pigs. Could be cookies for all I know. Could be cookies, flour, and sugar. And cookies would be great. Really, really. Um, but so I had those, and then I had a few other things, and I thought, oh, this would be cute because it'd be a little tea. There you go. And decorative. So that's what I did. So he, I'm going to tell you, if I've never heard a man use such words, that when he went to cutting the top for those things, because the cabinets came, but they came unfinished. You had to put some kind of top on them. So they decided to put like a butcher block. I think that's what it's called, because it looks like butcher block. But anyway, they put that on there. I have never in my life heard a man use such language with his power tools than when he did that. And I think the next time his mother came, come on. Next time his mother came, there were no projects. She was like, well, we can do, and he was like, nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But she's one of those type of people. She will tell you, we can do that. We can do that. But it did give me extra cabinet space in my kitchen, which I was really, really happy for. Because just sometimes it just seems like you never have enough cabinet space. So at least I don't feel like I ever have enough cabinet space. Come on, baby. Come on. You can come up here. I've got the sock. Come on. Biscuit. The things that I do for this dog. Crafty, when you were talking about you had 2 fans and an AC, um, Papa bought something the other day and he was like, "Oh, we don't need that fan in the living room anymore." I was like, "Take in the fan." So now I have like 3 fans blowing in my bedroom. Maybe that's why it's always the coolest room in the house. I've got circulation going in that room. I'm telling you, I do not, when I sleep at night, I do not want to be hot. Do not want to be hot. Biscuit, please. Come on, get up here. Come on. Biscuit. Please. 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 Come on. I'm not playing with you. Let's do this. I have the ceiling fan, the 2 on one side of the bed and 1 on the other side of the bed. Okay. I know, buddy, but I've got to hold this up. This is where we're at right now. I think we're getting to a point where we'll do this and we'll end this way. I think we're getting to a point where this will be longer than the filter and be proportionate. Why am I sitting on my pig hat? I wondered what I was sitting on. Couldn't figure that out. Couldn't figure that out for Jack Diddle Squat. As she made a post in this one. Oh gosh, what am I doing? Hitting the wrong buttons is what I'm doing. Um, okay. Okay. I feel like a stopping point where I need to be and everything. We are going to raid over to Random Art Us. Y'all, I am losing it today. Like, we're gonna raid over there. Let's hop over there and give her some support. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you sometime this week. Bye. Well, not bye yet. I gotta wait for the. There we go. Bye.